And this is Chris Richter of Board Gaming for the Win, coming at you with another game tutorial. This time, this one really goes with the theme of a red nose, and I'm talking about Circus Flohcati by Grail Games, designed by everyone's favorite prolific designer, Reiner Knizia. It's kind of hard to say with a red nose on a nose. So let's get to the game at hand, and I'll show you what this flea circus is all about. So this is Circus Flohcati by designer Reiner Knizia, and it's from Grail Games. It takes about 15 to 20 minutes to play for 2 to 5 players in ages 7 up. So it is not a difficult game to learn. As I am going to show you, there are 10 different attractions in this game. There's the contortionist, the clown, sharpshooter, magician, tamer, sideshow, dancers, strongman, acrobat, and aerialist. And they're all going to be the same color. And they're going to have numbers designated to them from 0 to 7. And as you can see, I've got a bunch of zeros and ones. There's 4, 3, so you get the picture. Now, the way this game is played is that when you get 10 of the attractions, so when all 10 of the attractions are sitting in front of or in a player's hand, they may play them all and say they have a gala event. Now, once they call a gala show, the game ends, and then points will be tallied. Now, in order to get to this point, players are going to have to basically draw cards from the center deck. Now, the way this works is if it was my turn, I would flip one card over. I have a strongman. I'd flip another card over, a tamer. I flip another card over, an acrobat. Now, I could stop here and take one of these cards into my hand. Or I can keep pressing my luck and keep going. Oh, an acrobat. So, this card will be discarded. The rest will stay out. I basically forfeited my turn, so I cannot take a card from the center. I cannot complete what they call a trio, and I cannot call for the gala show. Now, if I hadn't drawn that card, I could have stopped my turn at any time and said, alright, well, I'm going to take this tamer. So this tamer is going to go to my hand. And then it would be the next player's turn. Now, also mixed up into the deck will be 3 different they are 3 different action cards, and there are 3 of each one. So there are 9 action cards involved in this. Now, the action cards are Magic Eye, draw 1 attraction from an opponent. So you get to take a card from their hand, request 1 attraction from an opponent, so you can request and they have to give you one, or reveal new cards from the deck until duplicated, then take 1 card. So that will actually help. So now if I draw an action, the turn is over, but I take that action. So these will only be taken when they are drawn from the deck. Now, a trio in the game is worth 10 points at the end of the game. Now, in order to get a trio, let's go back to the attractions down here. You must have 3 of the same number. So these are all zeros. And with that, I can put those out and go, this is a trio. At the end of the game, it's worth 10 points. Now, you can have as many trios as you want throughout the game. So really, a person does not have to call a gala show if they do not want to end the game, because once the main deck is empty, that means that the game is over. So there's 2 ways to end it: emptying the main deck or calling a gala show. Now, when you call a gala show, you take all your cards and you take the highest cost, I believe. So if you have, say, more than one clown for a number, you would take the highest cost of that card. So I would have, like, this would be 3 points. So if I have a 0 and a 3, I would take the 3 points. The 0 doesn't count to anything. The 2s are same thing. If you have a 2, it doesn't count toward anything. You take the highest value on your gala cards. So when you do have trios, those are worth 10 extra points. So you add up your points for whatever you have at the end of the game, which is cards in your hand. So again, if you have, say, a 1, a 2, and a 3 of the clown, the highest value would be 3, so you would use that. And the same thing with the 4, the 5, the 6, and the 7. You know, if I had a strong man with a 5 points on it, it would be worth 0, and the 7 would be worth points that would be in my hand. And the gala show is considered in your hand. So if you played a 1 and you still had a 5 in your hand, you would have 5 points. So it's really not that difficult to play. It's pretty quick and easy to understand. And it is by Reiner Knizia. Now, the reason why I called it a flea circus is if you look on the cards, each of the characters' heads are the heads of fleas. So the artwork is enjoyable. The game is fun and fast, and it's family friendly. So thank you for joining me once again for another Red Nose Day game tutorial. My name is Christopher Richter. I am with Board Gaming for the Win. You can follow my exploits on Twitter at boardgaming_FTW. You can read my reviews at wordpress.com as Board Gaming for the Win. And I have a podcast that airs every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And you can listen to that podcast on Podcast Garden, Board Game Geek, and Google Play Music. Thank you for joining me. Have a great day.